So a few weeks back, I did something kind of insane. I took a real coach, like a client of ours, pulling about 50K a month. So with a good offer, good reputation, and clearly it was not a big no, okay? And I tried every single hour of a week. All of one is all of 168 of them. Okay, every coaching call, every DM, every quick admin thing, everything. I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna show you the breakdown in a second because the number that I found at the end of because the number that I found at the end of it is the most embarrassing things I've seen in this page. And I don't mean embarrassing for her, I mean embarrassing for basically every coach at this level. Because I bet good money your week looks almost identical. Okay, so you just haven't sat down and actually counted it yet. So let's count it, okay? Uh, okay. So roughly, here's how the 168 hours broke down. Sleep and just living your life. We'll call it 65 hours, fine? That's not the problem. What's left is 103 hours of working time in a week. And out of that, coaching calls and client delivery, about 18 hours, admin, emails, invoicing, onboarding docs, the never-ending Notion reshuffle, 14-hour shifts, launch prep, because there's always a launch coming, right? 12-hour sales calls, and there's one fun, sales calls with people who were never going to buy, either wrong fit or just tire kicking. 9 hours of that. And, well, the context switching, then the context switching, just the text of bouncing between all of that all day, which if you actually track it, honestly comes out around 20 hours. And now, here's the thing. None of that is laziness. None of that is a discipline problem. That's actually a pretty disciplined week. But she's not scrolling Instagram for 4 hours a day. She's generally working almost the entire time that she's a fake. So yeah, the numbers that made me want to close my laptop. Here's the number that here's the number that made me want to close my laptop. And out of that entire week, the hours that actually went towards something that grows the business. Well, new positioning, new offer, new system, a new channel. Anything that isn't just keeping the lights on was 5 hours, five out of 103 working hours. Now, look, if you do that math out for over a year, that's about 260 hours a year actually spent growing the business versus almost 5,000 hours spent maintaining it. Well, that's not a that's not a time management problem. You fix with a better planner. That's a business that is structurally built to keep you exactly where you are forever, no matter how hard you work. And that's the part that and that's the part that matters because it means the fix isn't trying harder or waking up earlier. It's that the business itself needs to stop requiring all 103 hours from one person. So yeah, now if you're sitting there doing the math on your own week right now, and I bet you are, we actually do this exact audit with people before we work with them. And it's not a generic one, but an actual breakdown life of where your hours are going and what percentage of your week is real growth work versus maintenance. And if you want that done on your calendar specifically, there's a link below to book a call with us and we'll walk through it together. Now, here's the part that made it worse. It's not just that those 20 hours of context switching are lost time. Every time we jump from a sales call to a client message to launch copy to your kid's school pickup to jump to a discovery call with someone who was never going to buy, your brain pays a tax on every single switch. And it's not addictive, it's compounding. It just compounds over time, which is why she told me something that I hear constantly from coaches at this level. Well, it was something around I work all day and I have no idea what I actually did. Think about it. That feeling isn't in your head right now. You can watch it happen in the hour by you can watch it happen in the hour by hour breakdown. You are getting exhausting by switching, not by working. Right? And if we see that is the trap, because the more successful you get, the more inputs you get, more DMs, more client questions, more quick calls, more decisions. So the business doesn't get lighter as it grows, it gets heavier, if you know what I mean. And you start absorbing all of it because you're the one who is handling every single thing. So yeah. Now what you do is you play that forward. If nothing structurally changes, what does year three of this looks like? What does year five look like for you? Probably more revenue, sure, but also more hours from you, more context switching. It's just another job for you because again, it's more of your calendar owned by things that don't actually move the business forward. You don't get the freedom by scaling a business that's built entirely around your personal presence. Or you just get a bigger version of the same case, right? And that's the part nobody tells coaches when they're chasing the next revenue number. Growth without structure doesn't buy you time, buy your time back. It costs you more of it. It just costs you more of it. Now, here's what actually changes it. It's not adding more hours of more discipline, it's removing yourself from being the bottleneck that the business runs through every single day. That means installing one or two systems that move people toward a decision without you personally selling them. And it means the business having a structure that runs whether you're in it that day or not. And we've done this with multiple coaches and clients of ours, going from the same 5 hours of growth a week trap to actually having their calendar back within a few months. And it's not by working more, but by restructuring what their week is built around. So yeah, now if you looked at that breakdown and felt a little bit called out, good, that means you're paying attention. And if you want us to actually do this audit on your business specifically and show you exactly where your hours are leaking and what it would take to build something that doesn't depend on you for every single hour of it, just book a call with us. Links below. Worst case, you leave the call knowing exactly where your week is actually going, which honestly, most coaches never find out. Okay, and that's it for this one. This hit a little too close to home. You're gonna want to stick around for a bit and the next few videos because we're gonna keep pulling this thread. Okay, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.